Hey Jackson, what is this?
A thermostat?
Stay tuned as I install and review this Google Nest Thermostat. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I put up with this Hunter thermostat for a long time. It hasn't been working quite right for probably a couple of years. But being the cheapskate that I am, I just didn't want to spend the money. And since I couldn't find one in an alley, I had to buy it. So I ended up buying this Google Nest Thermostat E. I bought this one for several reasons. One, it's small and it looks great. Two, it comes with a $75 rebate from my electric company. So what normally is $169, I got for $94. Third, I can control the heat in my house or the air from anywhere in the world on my smartphone. Pretty cool. It's got a bunch of other features. I'm going to go over some of them as well. Also, I'm going to show you how easy or difficult it was to install. I did have a couple of problems, and I'm going to show you about that as well. But first, let's open the box and see what's inside. Inside the box comes the front of the thermostat, which has all the electronic smarts in it. The base where you hook up the wires. This blue part is a built-in level. And these two mounting screws. They're held in here as though they were the gold in Fort Knox. Then the instructions. One of the pages has wire marker stickers. First, make sure the furnace is not running and switch it off. The first thing I did was take a picture of my existing setup in case one of the wire markers fell off or I just wanted a starting reference point for some reason. Disconnect any of the jumper wires. Jumpers are not needed. Now I can disconnect and remove the back plate. This is where I got my first surprise. The hole covered by my original thermostat was larger than the 3-inch diameter of the Nest thermostat. Now they do sell a large base plate for about $15, but my grandson Jackson was dying to see the new thermostat installed today. So I filled the hole with drywall compound and used a heat gun to speed up the process. A little paint, and I was ready to mount the new device. I trimmed the wires to 3/8 of an inch as instructed. Press the button on the mounting base, insert the wire, release the button. It's really that simple. Now if you're not sure whether this thermostat is compatible with your system, you can check by going to nest.com/works. Turn the furnace back on and the thermostat displays a glowing home icon. I then walk through the setup menu. Downloaded the app for my phone. Added the thermostat device to my app. And now I'm in business. So now I'm able to control my thermostat from here or from here. I can be at the store, I can be at work, I can be headed home and I want the house warm when I get there. So I simply crank this up or down and this will update accordingly. Pretty cool. Let's take a deeper look into the phone application. This screen shows my current house temperature is 70 degrees. If I wanted to turn on the furnace, I would have to move this dial up past 70. There are several options on the bottom, including an energy history, which shows how long your system has been on each day. But the most useful one, I think, is this programming schedule. You can set the temperatures you want for each day of the week. There's also a learning mode, which learns your behavior and creates a schedule based on your behavior. That's a little scary. I don't believe in spending money frivolously. I believe that we should fix it up, use it up, wear it out, make do, or do without. Now a thermostat, it is a necessity. A smart thermostat is not. However, I think in the long run that you will save money because you have so much flexibility over when your heat and your air go on and off. Electric companies also offer incentives. There's ongoing programs where you can earn money over the summer by having a smart thermostat. So thanks for watching Alley Picked. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and until next time, I'll meet you in the alley.